at, that's what I was doing, your digital. So people, that's okay. We'll take a couple minutes. And then Daryl, do you have people in the Zoom room?
We do. We have 3 people in the Zoom room today.
All right. All right. And so do you want to let them know in the chat, when you're in the Zoom room, for anyone who's in the room with us, if you decide to come in via Zoom, because we'll always have a Zoom connection because we're recording this for the presenter. You could come in via Zoom. It's just not as engaging as being here in person, right? You get to respond on chat and we'll read out your chats and whatever. And then we do potentially have a presenter coming via Zoom. They'll present on Zoom pretty soon in the next couple of weeks. So we're going to kind of test that out and see how we like it. All right, is everyone getting comfortable? Where's Josh? Josh, you want to turn down the jazzy jazz music? Okay, thank you. All right, I gotta stay back here. So good morning, everyone. My name is Melissa Wilson. I'm your volunteer MC for 1 Million Cups. Who is coming here for the very first time? Can you raise your hand? 1, 2, 3, Sam and Jerome, and then right first time. So just a couple of you. Who's been here before? Okay, so that should tell you guys who are new in the room. We're all friends here, and we just are really supporting each other as businesses. It's not necessarily a business-to-business event. Anyone that you know can come. You can be in a business, or you can just be someone who's interested in business, corporate, whatever. We'll have anybody. But there is a framework that we're working from with 1 Million Cups. Because it takes, right, 1 million cups of coffee to meet all the people you need to meet in order to stay engaged with your business, your community, and keep your business sustained. So 1 million cups for the newbies in the room, and a repeat for people who aren't new. It's a Kauffman Foundation initiative. That's a business out of Kansas City, Missouri. And in 2012, they realized that the gobs of money that they were giving out to businesses, either startup entrepreneurs or actual business owners, were getting, lost. Like, entrepreneurs were not able to build the ecosystem on their own that they needed. 1 Million Cups was launched as a grassroots effort to meet out in the community at coffee shops in a more casual place where startup business owners were meeting anyway. And they developed a framework where you would get what we're going to do today, 5 minutes to talk about your business, and then 20 to 30 minutes from your audience as feedback on what your problem is right now. So typically in their framework, there are 2 presenters at every meeting, but for ours here in Metro Detroit, we typically have 1 presenter, which means they get a little longer than 5 minutes, but not much longer, Terri, because the good stuff comes from the audience. All right, and then when you present, when you sign up or apply to present, it's very easy and short application. It's online. It's 1millioncups.com/present. We do have upcoming spots in August. You will be coming to not pitch your business, right? We're not a pitch location. Who are you? What problem are you resolving? And where are you stuck? Like, where are you stuck, like right now? So that you can actually move your business somewhere, by next week or by the end of the month, right? So you're going to tell the audience, it's a vulnerable spot here, but we're all friends, right? You're going to say, I don't do social media. Where's Dana? It's so great when Dana came in a couple of weeks ago and presented and was like, I need help with marketing, but I don't do social media. So then you get all kinds of great responses from the audience on how to work through that stuff, because when you're a solopreneur, you're sort of stuck in your head, right? Okay, so that's what you're doing when you come to present. And Terri is going to be presenting for us today. She has an amazing display. I've not seen this before here in Oakland versus March. Has anyone else seen this amazing? So this is the top of the bar. You don't necessarily have to have a slide deck or stuff, really. You can just come and talk if you're not comfortable running from a deck, right? But you're going to get about 5 minutes. Who are you? What problem are you resolving? And where are you stuck in the community? Where are you stuck? And so anyone in the audience then, after her presentation, will be able to raise your hand. And either Terri will call on you, most likely. I can help you if you want. But we will make sure that there's not 1 or 2 people doing all of the advice giving, because really we're here just to collaborate with her, right? So you're suggesting what you think could happen next based on her presentation. You're setting up connections for her maybe, or saying, can I speak with you afterwards, because I'd like to talk with you more than 30 seconds in front of everybody in the room. Okay, does that sound good? Got a baseline? So we have an organizing committee. We're volunteers on our organizing committee. If you're on the organizing committee, can you raise your hand? Anxiety, right? So we have David there, new to our committee, and Christina, new to our committee. She comes here from Madison Heights Chamber. She's a member with the Chambers, been coming every single week. Josh in the back with the purple top on there, he's on our committee. He not only provides this beautiful space for us here in Incubizo, but he also allows anyone who comes to this meeting today, we quote, it's a meeting, you get to use this workspace for free for the rest of the day. So if you want to do that, just talk to Josh, he'll get you the Wi-Fi code, and you can stick around here for the rest of the day, which we think is a huge advantage. It's a great place. Also, Josh manages our coffee sponsor, right? Anyone see Darren? Darren around? Darren? There you are, thank you. So if you want to be a future coffee sponsor, please see Josh in the back. Okay, and he has business cards. He'd like you to pick up a business card off the desk that's near the front door if you want to sponsor coffee. Now, if you're a coffee sponsor, you don't have to sell coffee like our coffee sponsor today happens to do. You could just buy enough coffee for 30 or 40 people, bring it, whatever you want to do. I guess we're doing a box of donuts as part of that thing. And then you get 2 minutes to talk on the microphone about your business. Right? So you're not presenting or anything, you're just sponsoring, and you get a couple minutes on the mic and get attention in the room, and that's what Darren's going to do with us here in just a moment. So we're going to invite you up here in 1 second, but you can come stay with me, And then Oakland Thrive. I just want to mention Oakland Thrive. If you're an Oakland Thrive rep, can you raise your hands, right? So Daryl in the front, and Saidi, and Jamar in the back, and Brandy, our marketing guru, who just brought us this brand new sound system that we're getting used to. So yes, so Oakland Thrive is the main sponsor of our group. That just means that they help pass the word out there. So I hope you guys continue to pass the word for us. We want to thank Oakland Thrive. And then Oakland Thrive also has business community partners. So there's an opportunity for the last couple minutes of every one of these meetings, if you're a partner with Oakland Thrive or considering being a partner, that you'll get to talk about why you partner with Oakland Thrive at the end. That sounds good. See, you guys see that team? See how I did that? That's how we all decided on that on Monday. So hopefully that sounded good to you guys. All right, so we're going to give Darren a couple minutes to speak about why you're sponsoring coffee and your products, and then we're going to move over to the intro to our speaker.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. Just so I make sure I got my voice right here.
Up closer.
Up closer? Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, my company is Luminesso. We are a specialty brand coffee. Sourced and product out of California. Basically, what we have is high premium coffee, organically created and processed and sent out, freshly roasted
Just a
order.
little bit.
Oh, sorry. Freshly roasted order. And then also, please, everyone who's trying coffee, go to our website, take a look, add a review. Those are definitely very helpful when it comes to giving credibility and letting everyone know how well the coffee tastes. As you see, we have a few different packets as far as flavors out there. I have 4 different in the back. As you guys definitely please try more than one available, or if you can drink more than 1 cup of coffee. But other than that, on today's sponsor again, I want to thank everyone for having me here, Oakland Thrive, and I think it's
You're the owner.
yes, I am the owner, founder, creator, CEO, whatever.
Your name is Darren.
Yes, my name is Darren Jones.
And then how do people get in touch with you?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I'll have a barcode here you can actually scan. And my website is www.luminessocoffee.com.
Are you doing commercial support or just private sales or going to a store?
So I am open to all of those different aspects of business. And if you want to sponsor coffee, they need help with sponsoring coffee, let me know. I can definitely help you with that as well. But I got a lot of different avenues that have opened up over the last few weeks. So wholesale to certain coffee shops, everything is a negotiation. So and am I allowed to question you?
What?
Yes, hand up.
You have a question?
I do.
K-Pods.
Does your coffee come in K-Pods?
No, I do not. I have specifically maybe like 2 coffees that are coming in K-Pods, but it's such a small
Not yet.
area. Yeah, it's for some fact that it's not freshly roasted because our coffee is actually, when you order it, we roast it that day and then mail it out the following day. So you're gonna get it as soon as it's out of the roaster, and it's super fresh. So whether it's brown, it's bean, You're gonna enjoy it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. So, any businesses that need coffee? That's a guy to talk to right there. And again, if you want to sponsor coffee, just like, Detroit Soul is in the room back there. They want to get to sponsor coffee. You're not a startup business, you're a scaling business, but you can sponsor coffee by bringing coffee and donuts. See why I brought you in the room? And then you can tell everyone about your amazing restaurant for like 2 minutes. Okay. All right. So that's how that works. All right. Let's introduce our fabulous speaker today, which is Terri Lowe. And I'm going to let her introduce herself because I'm sure she can do that. So just know that if you hold the microphone here, we can't hear you. But if you hold it closer and on your chin. Now, a CD microphone. So one thing, she's going to be on the mic. And then if you have a question, we have a second mic for the first time right here. And so you'll come up kind of close, maybe where Dana, if you can raise your hand, you'll come up in that zone. That's where we can get the microphone. Okay, so just a heads up. Not only does that help us on the recording for Terri later, but then we can all hear your question. All right, here we go, Terri, you're up.
Good morning. So again, my name is Terri Lowe, and I am the owner, sole proprietor, and the designer for Her Bags by Terri. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the company as I go along. So let's start with the first slide here. So Her Bags by Terri. How did I come up with deciding to be an entrepreneur in the handbag business? So I actually resigned from my corporate job at the largest nonprofit where I worked for 11 years as a VP of outreach and partnerships. And in 2020 during COVID, I decided it was time for me to jump out in the field that I have been working in nonprofit for over 30 years as a consultant. So I did that. Unfortunately, during my entrepreneurship in 2023, I suffered a tragic loss. And so my husband told me I can't cry on me, so I got to keep it together. So I lost my baby, my daughter Terri, to a disease called SUDEP, sudden unexpected death from epilepsy. She had not had it long. We only discovered when she was 27. She died at 33. I found her. One of the things about my baby was that she loved unique handbags. And it was our dream to one day start a handbag company. And so because she was such a connoisseur of handbags and loving unique handbags, I knew that in order for me to really continue to be productive, and it really saved my life when I decided to start Her Bags because it was my inspiration for building a legacy for Terri. So what I do, I created luxury handbags, custom handbags, but I wanted them to be affordable. My approach to building these and starting this handbag line is they needed to be nice, they needed to be affordable, but they also had to have a sense of exclusivity, and I wanted to make sure I had limited designs. And so I only create 100 of each handbag. So it creates a sense of urgency when people see the bag, knowing that there are only 100 bags available. The other thing I did was that I made it part of a division. So this is a two-phase project. Phase one is Her Bags. The overarching company of Her Bags is called Her Fix. And I'll tell you a little bit more about Her Fix. What it eventually will do is in the second phase, there will be an app that has her bags, her clothing, her events. And what it'll be is it'll be a marketplace for women and small groups to advertise their businesses for custom retailers. So it's a marketplace, but it also builds a sense of sisterhood because small groups are able to come to this site and they'll be able to plan their events from soup to nuts, and they'll also be able to shop through the app as well. So that will be coming soon. But the first phase of that, of course, was for me to start Her Bags. So I also decided that my initial marketing plan needed to be for a large group of women. So because I am a woman of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, incorporated the first African American sorority, it just seemed to make sense for me to start there because it was a captive audience. And the other thing for my sorority sisters in the audience there, the one thing we talked about is that the bags that they gave us were never of quality. And we wanted something that was nice, but of course affordable. So her bags is created on that premise. So who am I targeting? I'm looking for women 18 and over, because if you know anything about African American sororities, we started undergrad, but it's a lifelong commitment. You can also join the sorority at the graduate level. The other thing I realized after starting the business is because of the popularity of the colors, that I needed to make some of the items just in the specific colors. Pink and green, very popular. You can see a lot of people are now advertising pink and green items, so I made them without the logos as well, or with my custom logo on it, which meant it was available to anyone, even if they were not part of the sorority. The other color that I made, but I don't have any more of those available, but I'll be bringing them back in the near future, was red and white and red and black. Again, that is the sorority color for Delta Sigma Theta, which is the second largest African American sorority. And again, some will be logo and some will be logo free. Between the two sororities, there are approximately 710,000 people that are active today in the sorority, which means I would have a captive target audience of 710,000 potential customers. Biggest challenge. Of course, for me, the biggest challenge is inventory. I need to scale the business because with 710,000 people across the country and the ability to go to conferences, sell online, do pop-ups, I need to have inventory. So I have to be able to keep up with the demand. The design, what I normally do is I first order, because I'm using overseas manufacturers, I first order the sample online. And so when I order the sample, it could take anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks before it arrives from overseas. I have to then check it out, decide if I like it, and make necessary changes, i.e. why you see two of the same handbags here, because the first one was not made correctly, had to order a remake to decide then if I want to produce the bag. Now, at the point of distribution, it could take another 6 to 10 weeks from the time I talk to the manufacturer and say, yes, this is a go. So another channel, what I'm looking for, I need a multi-channel marketing campaign through social media, email marketing, and would like some influencer partners to create brand awareness and to drive my sales. So I do have something going on. I'll tell you guys about that in a minute. But I would like to have more and more partnerships by influencers who can then push the product. Financing is required, of course, to jumpstart all of these challenge areas. What we've tried so far. So I am blessed to have quite a few friends, and one of them happens to be a producer for Channel 4. So last August, I decided to kind of do, this was before I even had any bags, I just had prototypes. I decided to jumpstart the business by doing our block party. Our AKA block party happens every August. My friend happened to see me carrying one of the bags and she said, you could be on TV during Black Business Month in August. So I got on TV, did a bang up job, had a similar display, and on August 27, 2023, when I launched the business, I had a line around the block. Okay. So approximately in 4 hours, we sold 101 bags at the block party, proving for me that this was a good product and I needed to go on further with making sure I was able to market it and not just with the prototype, but with the actual bag. So what lessons have I learned? Obviously, I've learned what works because I sold the bags in 4 hours by going to an actual event. So far I've done conferences, I've done some pop-ups, I'm doing online. What I did learn, my biggest lesson learned from this is even though you may have a great idea when you're dealing with sororities, even though I was a member, you must, even if it's just an idea, I thought because it was an idea, this was fine. You must go through the licensing process. So you see, I proudly displayed my Alpha Kappa Alpha license here because I got a cease and desist from them And I had to spend a lot of money working with a trademark attorney in order for her to tell them, okay, we made a mistake, but we are now going to go through the process the correct way. So I've done that. So I do hold the license to Delta Sigma Theta. I received that in November of last year. And I received the Alpha Kappa Alpha license May of 2024. But we must have, again, the product on hand, because I found, even though I took pre-orders that one time, I've been to enough conferences now and pop-ups to know that most women like for you to have the purchase on hand so they can take it with you. Because we did have a few people that walked away because it's like, I don't like pre-orders. And I just left our big conference in Dallas. I did not sell there, but I did carry a bag every day because I did not have the product to sell there. And I also passed out my business cards. So I did get a couple of sales from that as well. But I know that we must have, there were 20,000 women there, and that conference happens every year. Must order ahead, and I must anticipate the number of bags needed. The marketing strategy required will produce the demand. Okay. My biggest challenge, again, is scaling the business. I need to have, of course, financial support in order to scale the business, partnerships I talk to, and I'm not quite as bad as Dana. I have probably almost 2,000. I'm praying I can say that. I have probably almost 2,000 followers on my personal Facebook. I do well with Instagram, but I don't know that I'm going to do well selling my product. So I really, and the other caveat to that is that Alpha Kappa Alpha is very strict about Instagram, Facebook. So it really needs to be a professionally done job, i.e. the reason I do not have an Instagram and Facebook at this particular point. The other issue is that when I started this company, I started with a partner, and we have recently had to part ways. So if you go to my website, you'll see that it now says Her Bags by Terri, but if you check the logo on it says Her Bags by C&T. C is no longer part of this. It's just T. So, so I am branching off by myself. And so what I have here is some of my old my old bags that were created first are over to the left. And here to my right are the new prototypes that I've created. So I have a big event. Of course, I'm going back to the Black Club this year. So I want to have enough inventory to make sure I can meet the demand and the need this year. So. Okay. That's my information. If you want to go to the website, you can check the website out. Again, I have a person that's updating it, so he's done a lot of the updates.
So www, say it out loud.
www.her-bags.com. Okay. And my email is terri@herbags.com. That's my phone number.
Read it.
My phone number is 248-910-0881. So if you're interested, have any questions, give me a call, email me.
Remember, we're not pitching or selling or anything, but if you want to communicate with her differently than how we're about to, that's her contact information.
That's my contact info. So a question, anybody, help, support, help.
Right front here.
Can you go back to the first or second page, or second?
Let's go back.
Stop. Go back. You mentioned, find the page where you had a few other her clothes, her glasses, her. Yeah, okay. Question. Have you copyrighted your logos yet?
I have.
So you should have a copy or a circle C, circle R, TM next to your trademark logos for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and even on the handbags, your scripting handbags should have a TM for that for sure.
So if you notice, the new ones do have it.
Okay.
Because you're right. I learned from that too. First ones don't have it, second ones do.
So financial backing, can we go to the slide that she has her questions on? You want to be Darren, you got something for her? Financial back.
Are you,
You're on.
are you looking to partner with retail chains at all?
I guess nothing is off limits. So I would say everything is up for, is an option. Everything that, because I would consider them a partner. So yes. So I didn't mention this. Speaking of retail, I am scheduled to do a partnership with Tommy Walker. And so we are going to do a bundle, which will be one of my bags and an AKA versus everybody shirt. And so that will come, we're scheduled to do that for Black Friday. So excited about that partnership.
We have somebody like to speak here.
There you go. Thank you.
Good afternoon, I'm Keisha Kirksey. When you talk about this, over 700,000 potential customers, and you talk about the sorority, in order to effectively reach all of those people, I think it would be very beneficial to have a kiosk at all of the airports. Everyone is traveling. Everybody needs another extra bag while they're traveling. And that'll reach everybody all over the country.
I love it. Thank you, Keisha.
Yeah, come on. Come on, as far as the
Two questions. I know you mentioned that they're quality, but are you doing leather and non or vegan?
Yes, so there are leather bags and there are vegan leather. So I'll tell you, even with the vegan leather, with the new bags, I've learned a lot. I am trimming them in leather. So even if it's vegan, the bag is trimmed in leather.
Oh, this way, just so you don't catch that. And then you shoot another question.
And when do you sell just to the straight layperson?
So that's why we have the non-branded bags.
Okay.
So there are a number, if you see, there are 3 in the new collection. There are 3 non-branded bags. So that opens up the opportunity for anyone who is interested in purchasing the bag. First time around, didn't do that much. Everything was pretty much branded. But second time around, as a sole proprietor, I've learned several things. And one of the things is that people are interested in the bag. They even had someone stop me in the doctor's office, like, where do I buy one of your bags? And
Yeah, also you're branded AKA. I mean, a lay person could buy the branded one for someone already in the sorority, right?
yes.
Do you have anyone else? So financial backing to scale the business is one of her questions, and complete rebranding, social media, digital marketing.
Yeah, come on up here, Carmen.
So one of the challenges that you had was, well, I don't know if you posed it as a challenge, but you said that the turnaround time was delayed because the production takes a while. So it takes 4 to 6 weeks to get a sample because it's going overseas. Are you currently looking for someone stateside to do that work so that you can do it here so that that turnaround time is less?
I would be interested in that if the price point was, reasonable. What I find is that when we have looked at people stateside, the prices were much more expensive, which required us to have to look at overseas options. And so it has to be cost effective, and it just really needs to make sense.
Okay, so I don't know if you have like a 1-pager or a specs of what you need it to be, but I have some people, so I've put out some viewers.
So Carmen's from Michigan Works, so Carmen, it comes up, and she's doing photographer hat today, but thank you, Carmen.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good point, because all of us in the room don't know what you need really, and you don't have to tell us in this presentation, but if you have a 1-page spec sheet about what you need manufactured, then maybe other people in the room will already be walking that path. Maybe there's a combination that can work together to get something manufactured.
I love it.
Okay,
Love it.
Daryl?
I have all these questions because I have a retail background, but how are you marketing, or have you thought about marketing to men? Because wives, birthday gifts, Christmas, all these different things. What is your strategy for marketing to men?
Okay, so definitely have thought about that. During Christmas time, I was going to offer discounts to men who purchase either at an event I'm supposed to do all things Detroit as well. So offering discounts during holiday time for men if they are trying to purchase products for women.
Come on up.
And eventually, there will be a male part to this as well, but I'm gonna leave that to my husband, down the line. I'm just trying to do the her thing right now, but I'm gonna leave it to him to do the backpacks and all of that. But I know that there's a market out there for that. But I just want to stick with the her. I'm gonna convince him to do him.
Well, my question really entails, what Daryl asked. I mean, I don't know what the research says in terms of how many guys purchase bags for someone in their life. I'm guessing it's not high. Oh, it is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I get this. There you go.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but like specifically women's bags, like, are you gonna buy this for your wife or are you gonna let her take what she loves? I don't know. So I like knowing the research, knowing what's gonna be effective will dictate when it comes to marketing, your voice, the language, right? What you're, if you find that only or mostly women are buying it, then that's gonna change how you market your voice, all that. So I would spend a lot of time with the research on the front end of it to know marketing the direction ahead. That makes sense.
Thank you. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Yeah, one right.
Get closer, Dana, get closer.
Yes. Okay,
Sorry, guys.
so pretty quick question. So have you thought about, that's a lot of bags, which we talked about, a lot of people, a lot of bags. Have we talked about where we're gonna put it?
What is it?
Like storing it, like where to put it?
Okay.
You wanna keep 100 bags of each of those. That's a lot of bags where you just stop, think.
Is that like 1,000 bags?
You know. where-
So actually, for just this line alone, it would be 600 bags.
Well, you said you weren't scared, so where's those bags?
Okay, so I actually had a storage space at one time. And I let it go after the partnership dissolved, but I have looked into storage at a couple different places. So I do realize right now, the bags that we have are just stored in the space in our garage, but eventually we know that I'll have to go back to an actual storage unit.
Just something to think about.
Yeah,
Two,
for
we're talking about, men buying it.
Speak up this
We
a
were
little
talking about men buying, what about gift cards?
bit. Ooh.
Oh.
Then they don't have to do, that's stressful for men. To have to buy it, right? I just, a gift card is like, here you go, honey, here's a couple $100.
We work together all the time.
Right. So the last one I know we talked about a little bit before is, I don't know, as far as, what do you call them, affiliate marketers? So somebody can sell it for you in different areas. So I don't know if that would work for you or not. We talked about a little bit before, so.
It's a thought, so I'm not turning anything down right now.
Thank you.
All ideas are welcome.
Do you have anyone for financial backing to scale your business? I mean, I know a couple pros in the room, so if anyone have any suggestions? No, Armando, no.
I have a question.
All right, come on up.
Thanks for coming today. That's as close as I can get.
That's fine. Hello, congratulations. Good job.
Thank you.
So what is your process? What are you thinking about in order to get the money that you need? And do you have a set of projections?
Okay, so I do have 1, 2, 3 year projections. I do have all of that. To scale the business, I am working with Lisa from Seed, and also I've been working with Jamar. So Jamar has given me a couple of recommendations as well. So I do have some credentials in the hopper right now. So got a couple of things working, and I do have all the information I need. So, but I can always take more.
My friend Terri, this is what I was saying earlier. Don't tell them you have what you need.
Oh, excuse me. I don't have what I need. So bad.
So just one other question. So are you prepared to provide a personal guarantee for the loan?
Absolutely. Yes. Well, personal guarantee for the loan.
What if she's not?
What if I'm not?
Thank you, Becky.
Well, and that's the right question, because if you're not, you increase the risk for the lender, right? But really, if you can actually get an SBA loan, which is guaranteed by the SBA, that would be optimal. And if you can also go to a micro lender, and I think Seed is a micro lender. Yeah, so they have fewer requirements for you to meet the goal, but it's helpful to know how much you want and what you're going to use it for, and be very specific about it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, that's great.
I am open to
Please know that they're highly.
I am open to venture capitalism as well. I'll say it again.
So we have a chapter starting up in Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor is venture capital, central for this area. So perhaps in the fall when Ginger starts her chapter, she's online today. Go up and present. I guarantee there'll be some venture capitalists.
Can you guys hear Daryl in the back?
Absolutely, thank
So
you.
what Daryl's saying, I'm just gonna repeat for him because it's part of our messaging. We have a person who's been coming from Ann Arbor, Ginger Limon, pretty much since we started. She's so inspired by 1 Million Cups, this volunteer group, that she's volunteered to launch one in Ann Arbor. So there's going to be, we meet every Wednesday morning, 9 to 10 with, show up early for coffee. And it's not just us, there's 110 chapters around the United States that meet. So she's opening a 4th one in the state of Michigan. There's one in Kalamazoo, one up in Copper, something up in the UP, and us. And now we'll have put it in Ann Arbor. So the benefit for you guys who are in between is you go to Ann Arbor some weeks and here some weeks. Or Terri can now present in Ann Arbor in the fall and get a different group of people. And for us, if there's anyone who's presented already in March or April, after 90 days goes by, you can come back and re-present. You can get back in our pipeline. You'll probably be the second presenter, but we can hear what you've taken from this and where you're headed. All right, so financial backing and complete rebranding social media. Does anyone else have anything to share with Terri regarding social media or marketing? Come on up here, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Good to hear. I made it. Okay. Glad to see you're up and doing your bags. I was thinking about coming, but I'm really glad I came today. Love your bags. I shared them to a friend as soon as I saw it. Question. I'm not sure exactly. Does AKA have like a big post board or something, or like a shared community board?
So we have several shared community boards on social media. So I can, and I have in the past, gone and posted on AKA Michigan. We have our own for our chapter, which is Alpha Rho Omega. So I am part of those. But again, AKA is really kind of funny about how you present it. They want it to be very professionally done. So now that I've gotten the license, I've been a little hesitant about going back out and putting it out there because I want it to be done correctly. So,
well, what I'm thinking about is not necessarily a post for sales, really a post for marketing. Because if you speak to there's a lot of, I know AKA is very diverse. I have a lot of friends in that organization. And because of that, you may, a little bit closer?
Yeah.
Okay. You may run into someone, or someone may actually come to you who is interested in doing your marketing for you because they just love the bags. And you can actually pay them either a percentage off of sales or brand equity or something to that effect, because you can actually find someone who would actually want to carry your bag and walk around with your bag and market your bag. And from that post, just you marketing and talking about how successful the bag is, you may actually, without even asking, have people reach out to you about the actual financial backing part.
thank you.
You're welcome.
I've got a question online.
I'm going to come to you in 1 second. Piggybacking off of that, when I thought he was going to say your marketing could also be just telling your story. I'm doing this to, continue the legacy of my daughter. And I hope, what do you think of this style? Like just get commentary from the marketing versus acting for the sale.
I like that.
So the question online from Ginger, she says, I have a question about your social media. She tried the links at the bottom of your website using both the mobile and desktop, and the links aren't going anywhere.
Okay, so that should not happen because it was this morning. And are you saying is she saying that she scanned the barcode?
No, she went directly to your website.
Okay, so it should be www with a dash, because
Yes.
if you don't put the dash in there, it is not going to go. So make sure, and she's putting an F on a bag. So that happens often where people are not putting the dash in between the R and the B. So it's her-bags.com, bags with an F. You don't put the F.
Okay,
Is she
so
better?
you'll check into that later.
Yeah.
And we'll take a look at, and also your LinkedIn profile should probably be updated to reflect your new career. So
Yeah.
if you need someone to help you out with that, I'm sure there's someone in the room who is a LinkedIn expert and help you on that.
Thank you.
It worked for me, the website. Come on up there. Oh, good. So she said that worked for her.
Yeah.
Okay. Mitzi, right? Yeah. Yeah, thanks. All right, go ahead.
All right, so,
Sorry.
so, as far as like advertising, digital marketing and social media, that's what I do for a living as far as last 12 years of my life. So.
A little louder. Just a little louder.
A little louder?
There, look closer, like in your mouth. Just hold your hand on your chin, that helps.
That's right there?
There. You got it.
All right. So no, one of the big things that we have I see this as a mistake, and I have to say it was a mistake, but it's an issue that happens with a lot of websites when people are starting out. You want to buy different versions of that URL as well, so you can redirect it to that website.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good idea.
It's really cheap, so you're gonna catch it before someone else catches it, and you buy it and then try to charge them for it.
Okay.
So that's one thing, and then also.
Right now.
Thank you.
But as far as the digital marketing and advertising strategies and coming up with different ways in order to properly set up, make it look very professional, because I'm going through the same thing with coffee. So I don't have all the tools that I have in the company that I work with, but I'm doing it as far as from the ground level up. So I would definitely love to share or talk to you about any of those different things that I'm finding.
Thank you. I appreciate all the help I get. I appreciate all of this. One of the things I forgot to mention is this little snapping thing is also, this little thing I have on is also one of my newest creations. Most of us know when we go out to events, we want to be hands-free, and I recreated this with a 4x6 bag, little wristlet here, because that's the required size to get into most events, like Little Caesars. And it has a clip for your phone, so the phone is hands-free as well. You should be able to get all of it in.
I like that.
Talking about different platforms that you might want to consider using. I know one that I think gets overlooked or people don't think about is Pinterest. And I think for your product, I would highly recommend incorporating that platform.
In London.
I'm sorry?
London.
Okay,
Like,
I'm not as familiar with that one. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
So it's a custom bag. So do you do bags branding out for other colors and other logos and things of that nature? Because it's not clear to me, so I'm wondering if that's something.
Okay, so that's a very good question. So her question is, basically, is it just going to be these colors? And are we doing anything outside of Delta and AKA? So this is a starting point for me. The starting point is with, again, because they're a captive audience of 110 plus, I did create the non-logos for anyone who wants to purchase, but I will be starting with those two, and eventually I'll be branching out to other colors as well. But the other thing that I didn't mention is that most of the manufacturers want you to order in bulk of 100 or more. So if you come to me and you say, hey, I'd like to order a custom bag, you have to make a commitment of 100 or more. So we have, and I actually did do that for someone, but she made a commitment of 100 bags or more.
For marketing that on your platform or your website.
Idea, I like that. I don't know where it is.
Oh, it's over there.
Oh, okay.
One thing I learned several years ago when I was looking for manufacturers in Hong Kong and in that part of the world, is to work with a broker. Because they can help you find, and they can keep you from getting fleeced. And you're talking to the wrong people. So if you're not working with a broker over there, you can look like that's something you probably want to do to make sure that you protect yourself, protect your image, protect your brand, and protect your money. Because I have a friend who chose not to use a broker in Hong Kong, You wired somebody $50,000, he's still waiting on his money.
Oh, okay. That's a great idea. Thank you.
Yeah, that's.
For the sake of marketing, maybe
That's how the microphone, because we're recording for her.
for the sake of marketing, maybe consider a sorority. I would consider an event planner and do a huge mega sorority red carpet runway event. All of your models will be your sorority sisters, and everybody's gonna want to come and support their sorority sisters. So you would have a huge sale at the runway show, and a lot of your bags will be available at the show.
I love it. Thank
Right
you.
behind
Good idea.
So listen, that means hire an event coordinator. Don't be the event coordinator.
I got it.
Don't be all-
I knew what you would say.
Okay.
Hi, I love your bags. I love the colors. I know there's
Thank
these
you.
sorority colors, but that's like my favorite color combination.
And it's popular.
Yeah. So I'm a web designer as well, and I looked at your website, love the website. I just had a couple suggestions. The first suggestion was on the homepage, maybe just have a picture of one of your handbags on there, like maybe first on the homepage of your website.
Excellent.
Oh, okay. You have to put this in your mouth. Just have maybe a picture of a handbag or something like that, just to catch the user's eye right away.
Okay.
The layout is very easy to use. I browsed it very quickly. It's very clean. Just one small suggestion would be to make all the backgrounds of your photos the same. Like there's a handbag at the bottom that's on a white background. So I don't know if you have like Photoshop Express or something like that. You could just mask it out and make them all the same. That way it looks cleaner and just more professional. But I think it's a great website.
Thank you.
Someone right behind you is ready. I'm like, just a couple more minutes.
One thing came to mind when you started mentioning other sororities. Have you spoken to other sororities to sort of beat the game before anybody else tries to come before you?
So I have had a couple of people approach me. And so here's the thing. I'm okay with competition because they don't have my style. And remember, I promote exclusivity. I'm only going to make 100 of these bags. And once they're gone, that's it. I'm on to the new designs. So I realize I may not be the only person out here selling bags, and I'm okay with that. So, but they won't be her bags. So, in terms of other sororities, I'm open to any of that. I just don't know how fast I'm going to get to it without the financial backing, and again with the rebranding and the marketing piece. But eventually, yes, I'm open to anything.
If we have any more questions or suggestions or connections, all right, Daryl, yes.
Keep going, it's fine.
As I was thinking about your focus on the male population, when Darren launches, make sure you do golf stuff. There's a ton of fraternity brothers that golf, and they love anything golf. So hats and clothing and balls to hold, bats to hold golf balls, and anything like that. So as you're doing your designing, you definitely want to think about that marketplace, because that's tons of brothers about that.
Yeah.
All right, any other supporting, all right, come on up, Darren, let's go, we just have a couple more minutes.
I'm gonna say this too. The other thing about branching out to other sororities is there's a fee, and it is very expensive to buy these licenses. Very, very expensive. So unless I absolutely positively know that I have an audience for that, it would not necessarily be a great investment because it may not pay for itself. There's a lot of risk.
So on the 100 bags, we have a limited, quantity of the bags available. I think as far as like one of the, I would say, campaigns or companies that I've actually helped establish, doing a drop. So this is real huge, and your social media is your most important aspect of your business when it comes to doing that, because as you're doing a drip campaign, which would help entice people to know more about your product when it comes out. And then when you drop it, you can sell out that one day, where you have to sell out in 3 months. So I think that that's gonna be a huge part of your strategy as far as like making your business grow a lot faster in order to increase sales.
I love it. That's why I'm looking for a marketing team. I need it.
Yeah.
I definitely need a marketing team.
Good morning. Thank you for presenting today. I love what you're up to.
Speak up just a little bit.
Yeah, you speak about professional images when it comes to like Facebook group. I'm wondering if there's a way for you to both get professional photos that you can share on social and then in the group that are like approved, while also maybe partnering with a photographer who's in the sorority. Maybe there's a way for you to utilize your community that you already have, who have these skills, who are already invested in what you're creating, that can also support you in getting what you need. Like you can help each other.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you. Great idea.
Thank you. All right, Carmen, you're up. Or last one,
Sorry, yeah. She just made me think of something. So, in Detroit, there's something called, well, actually, it's out of Royal. It's called Revamp Detroit. The community manager out of Bamboo, Amanda, puts this together. It's a clothing swap with re-upped and recycled clothing. And so every quarter or so, they have this huge swap with creatives, social media people, models, whatever, and they all get together, swap clothes. You could feature your bags in those shoots and just have them as like props. So your bags are in these photos with all of these people that have thousands and thousands of followers. Like we've been on the shoots, she's been a model, I've been a photographer, but when we were on there were 10 photographers, 20 models, thousands of clothes. Like it's something that she does on a regular basis. So it would just be a free way for you to like have your bags.
I love it.
So
connect with Carmen after.
And you do it, yeah.
Do you want to add to that, Saidi, or? Saidi's gonna connect you with that person.
Great.
Okay? All right, well, thank you. Wasn't that great? Let's give her a round of applause. We're pretty casual here. Hopefully this feels like what it should feel like, easy to present, easy to be part of the audience. You know, you can get it from both sides, okay, both sides. And we're gonna hang out here for another half an hour to an hour. If you want Josh to give you the Wi-Fi, want to stay here the rest of the day, he's in the purple shirt in the back. He's also looking for coffee sponsors, so see Josh, get his card. And then we have an Open Thrive partner in the room, so we're gonna give her the last 2 minutes to say why or how she's partnering with Open Thrive and what benefit she has for all of us in the room. So here comes our Lisa Davies, who, you know, we've heard her before, but some new people in the room. So let's see what you got today.
Same thing.
Still got $4 million. Still got $4 million. Good morning. My name is Lisa Davis. I am an independent consultant, and I am working with Seed Lending. Seed is the micro lender, and Seed is the partner of Oakland Thrive and Oakland County. Seed was given $4 million to help businesses in Oakland County scale their business, grow their business, relax in their business, enjoy their business. How about that? And maybe hire people, get more equipment, get some inventory. We've had $4 million for about 3 years. We've had $4 million for about 3 years. I've seen probably 200 businesses come in here. I know y'all need money, but for some reason, you're afraid of getting money in the form of a loan. Grants were great during COVID. Grants are not the thing. Come to me on Fridays here at Incubizo. We are doing Fearless Financing Friday to talk about your fears so we can squelch them. It's almost like a money therapy camp. Let's talk about your fears and money so that we can help you grow your business. Let's get over it. I'll give you 3 months. We'll talk about it. It'll be very private, intimate, with a group, focus group maybe. But we need you to take this money. If you guys don't take this money, what if we never get more money to give to small businesses? So we have to prove that small businesses need this money. You guys are here every week talking about marketing strategies. Marketing strategies cost $15,000, $20,000, $40,000, $50,000. We will finance that. Take my flyer.
Hey, all right.
Love Lisa. So she improved her flyer, by the way, from last week. So it's looking real nice. Good job on that. And then something I found beneficial when I went to her event on Friday was like a kind of a list. You need to, because just for us in the room who aren't going to, step up for the $4 million, you have to have a profit and loss statement. You have to have tax statement. But it's so easy.
I will give you, I don't work for Steve, I'm the consultant.
It's not a test. She's going to give you the answers. She's going to give you the answers. Okay. Daryl, was there anything else you wanted to wrap up with? Otherwise, one more. Well, we have one more partner, but I asked her to come to talk next week, I think.
Hi, tomorrow we have a speaker working at Bamboo, so 8 a.m. Everyone is more than welcome to the new people there.
Tomorrow at
8
Bamboo.
a.m. at Bamboo.
At Bamboo in Royal Oak, there's a speed networking event that Oakland Thrive's putting on and Skyview's running it. So Bamboo in Royal Oak, 8 a.m. I gotta put that on my calendar. And then we do a group photo here. So we're gonna do a group photo. It's gonna be posted on Oakland Thrive's social media. And I think probably our LinkedIn, our 1 Million Cups LinkedIn. So if you don't mind gathering together with Terri, who'll be up here in the front. Terri, for presenting, you hold up your
I got your cup. I got your cup.
You get a nice mug. If we can show that this is a big group and we want people to come, this is helpful for us. So if you don't want to be in the back or whatever, we're gonna do that real quick. And thanks for, I should have brought that to the beginning. Thank you guys. Carmen, are you taking a picture? Is Carmen taking a picture? She's not here. Oh, okay, thanks, Carmen. So yeah, so that's where the photo is gonna go. The two people taking a picture. Carmen from 1 Million, Michigan. Carmen. We'll post it on her stuff and then we can repost. Okay. Wait for Carmen. If you come, okay, we're done. You take a picture whenever you like. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Don't do that. Okay.
The wide ankle.
Pull it out. There we go.
All right. Thank you. All right. Thanks, everybody. See you again next week.
I'm like, I like that. You know, I was thinking about this book. I like her. Just gonna say,
Let's forget. Because there are enough people that need to read it.
Yeah.
Did you?
I did. I got.
Remember that 30-second commercial? Absolutely. You know, it's like a picture of fantasy, right? Always got to be ready. Yep.
There's your.
I'm waking up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm up like here. Oh, I'm storm yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm like, sounds like somebody. That's not my one.
Yeah. Okay.